Tangle better watch herself tonight.
I know. I don't know what
we all need to be careful. I'm serious.
We're at a possible game-breaking...
Yeah. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I think I want to sleep with the monk tonight. He's the only one that I'm not afraid is gonna...
Oh, man.
God, I'm sleeping with the monk.
Yep. I just saw a picture of a monk and the monk like all cuddled up together. You're the only one I trust, man. You're
you have to throw me.
You have to throw me.
Oh, that's gonna be one of those moments, man. I'll remember for the rest of my life. Seriously, that was so good.
You're gonna have to throw me.
That was so good.
He's got the music on. He's got the "We Need to Talk" music.
We need to talk. She's going down.
So when I was first dating my husband, one of the times when I knew that he was for me is I got really upset with him. So I went marching my butt upstairs and I turned to him. I said, "We need to talk," and he said, "No, you need to talk, and I need to apologize."
That's a smart man.
Did he actually? Yep. Was he actually in the wrong, or was he just?
He didn't even care. He just said, "I'm sorry." He wanted to continue to. He wanted to continue to get some booty, so he was like, "I'm sorry."
Smart man. Smart man. Smart man.
I can't hear the
music. That's some cuddles right there.
You're the only one who truly cares.
You understand me.
I'm letting the viewers see that. It's so pretty.
That's awesome.
Okay.
God, I can't hear the music for some reason.
We're just having lots of
Alex, as you know,
mine died off too.
Nothing works.
It's pretty quiet music. So, Kevin.
Yes.
Would you like to give us a recap?
Oh God. Well.
Tangle's a bitch. The end.
So I believe where we had started. I don't know how far we want to go back in here, but the recap, I guess, was beginning with us looking for some long lost rangers, coming across kind of a barn house. The dwarf had decided to, after killing, the hell was that ogre's name? I think it had one, or that giant's
Kunkel,
name?
Hodge, and Benk were the 3 undead ogrekins, and then
there's
I don't remember. Mammy was the fat bitch.
Right. So it was a trapped home. We kind of explored it a little bit. I guess the real drama after getting through all of that was uncovering the 3 rangers, one of which appeared to be Roxy's stepfather.
Shalelu's stepfather.
Shalelu's stepfather.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tangle fell in love with someone and betrayed her entire party. And that same person accused Roxy of murder.
And that person also had a Sahedron tattoo.
That person did have a Sanhedrin tattoo and attempted to run when we wanted to uncover it. We were kind of left off in a giant clusterfuck of what to do.
Of argumenting in a field after I chased that dude down, basically.
So we've recovered him. He's not going to run. We've kind of left it off, all of us standing basically not hostile, but nobody's really... Well, nobody trusts Tangle, and nobody knows what to think of Roxy, and nobody really knows too much to think of who this new person is.
Yeah, his name is Caven Windstrike, according to these documents.
Yes, let me show them to everybody again.
And then there is, there's Caven. There is
Jakarios, that is Shalelu's
stepfather,
right?
And then Zale.
That's Vale. He's pretty much the only normal guy here.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a quiet guy. He hasn't said too much, to be honest. Despite his imposing demeanor, he's very timid, it seems.
Cool. So anyways, I don't remember exactly what... Let me see if I wrote it down, what I had done.
I can hear the music.
I can hear it too. So, did I handcuff him? I don't remember if I had handcuffed him.
You did, but you unhandcuffed him.
Yeah, you took
Oh, that's right. That's
He,
right.
he
Okay.
is standing by Tangle's side, holding her hand.
I say. I say.
God.
And he had kind of backed off on the fact that Roxy
Yeah.
was...
I think, given the current situation, that we should head somewhere where we can all talk and discuss this. Considering we just saved your lives, I think you owe us at least that.
For that, I am eternally grateful, Caven says.
And I say, well, you can show your gratitude by answering some questions without running this time.
I will absolutely share any and all questions that you ask of me.
Roxy says, well, perhaps we should head back to Turtleback Ferry or wherever.
That's a whole lot better than Mammy's house.
Do we have to leave Mammy's house? I just want
We
to.
already are. We're in a field right now. I chased Caven down. And
There was
everyone
like an
else followed.
upstairs. There was an upstairs thing we hadn't looked at, but kind of at this point, what's the point? We got the Rangers.
Wow.
I mean, we could go back and talk. It just smelled bad. Like, I wouldn't want to go back there. It was booby trapped to hell. Like, it wasn't a safe place to talk. So, I would say, I mean, we can camp outside of it. I mean, we know the building is empty at least, so we could use a wall of it for shelter.
There was one upstairs. We hadn't checked the top floor. That's all I'm trying to point out.
Sure. I mean, we could always discuss that too. If we go back, I don't know. Like, if it was me, I'd go back, and I wouldn't want to go inside right away. I'd say we all sit like outside and talk, and then it would come up that
What time of day is it, Matt?
It is approaching towards dusk, right? Yeah, dusk.
I think so. Yeah.
I would think so.
It's day 40 right now. Dusk of day 40.
Day 40.
Well,
okay.
The barn that they were being held in, is there anything particularly bad about it? Could we, just to have some shelter and cover over our heads, could we...
There's a lot of spider webs.
Nah.
Like, big spider webs.
Is that any worse than what's outside? I mean...
Well, you don't know that there's anything else outside. To be honest, you slaughtered a lot of ogrekin.
I mean, I'd be more inclined to sleep in the barn, but...
I mean, honestly, that sounds decent. But I'm not a big fan of spider webs and stuff. But I don't know if these guys are gonna agree to that.
You do know it's about, what was it? About 6 or 7 miles back to Turtleback Ferry.
That's that... Well,
Let's just do that.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, let's just do that. That's way easier.
Yeah, it's a straight road too.
Knowing that, I would go back to Turtleback Ferry. Way more comfortable.
Alright.
Thing is, though, we only have one horse, if I recall. Tangle brought hers.
well, I could ride the tiger. I don't think he'd allow it. No, I don't... I'm not opposed to walking a couple miles here. It'll get
We can
dark,
walk.
but...
Yeah, I
7
mean,
miles?
just
2
out
hours.
of game. I mean, I know we'll obviously be a little slower with these 3 starving guys, but the average human walking pace is like 4 miles an hour. We'd get there in like a couple hours, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be dark when we hit.
Yeah, you can totally make it there. I'm not,
All right, well,
not
we'll
saying
head
you
back.
We'll head back. Turtleback Ferry it is.
okay.
And I forget what the inn was. Wasn't we knew what the inn name was? I don't remember.
Let me see here. It is Turtleback Ferry. Let's see. That's the one with the halflings, correct?
That was
it was
the-
bottoms up.
It's the bottoms up. Okay.
That was the tavern.
Tavern. Oh, the inn was I can't remember if it had a name. Yeah, the
It does.
Turtles Parlor, where the guy wanted to overcharge you.
We
Yeah.
convinced him.
Just a drop, by the way.
Oh, what the fuck, Jessa?
Cool beans. I say we rent a room for these 3 guys. Put them in there for right now. Well, I don't know. I don't want to treat the others as suspicious. Vale hasn't done anything wrong to me. I'm good with Vale. I'm good with Jacardos, obviously, because I need to impress this guy.
Yeah, he's going to be your father-in-law.
Could be my father-in-law. Could be. Right now, it's just kind of a fling. And then the new guy.
Is that what I am to you?
No.
I told you. I'll tell you what.
That was out of character. All right. Son of a bitch.
She knows.
I need to set some motive on that then.
God damn it. All right. So, anyways, all right. And then Caven, he's probably gonna share with Tangle. Is my guess. I don't know. I can't I can't control that. I can't put them in a room. So I'm just gonna go back and keep my suspicious, shifty eyes on them.
Okay. Jacardros seems sullen and just very morose, and he can't really look Shalelu in the eye and just hides behind Vale for the most part. But he'll gladly talk to you should you attempt. But so Turtleback Ferry?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys make back to Turtleback Ferry. The sun has just set, leaving that low glow in the sky still, that shimmering glow. And it is, of course, still raining.
I'm gonna ask Shalelu if she wants to spend some time with Jacardos or what she'd like to do right now.
So I'll talk to him later.
All right, I'm gonna go discuss what's happened with the rest of the group. We're at kind of a pinnacle point here.
Roxy's she's uneasy about it all. She's on top of Rox's back and sticking to him like glue because, quite frankly, he's her only ally. He seems like her only ally here.
Yeah, screw you. Quadro's gonna go.
I don't have any ranks and sense motive. I wouldn't be able to recognize.
I know. So, I don't know. Like in my head, we're like, I don't know where Roxy is, but if she's like in the common area or whatever, Quadro would kind of just slink up and sit down next to her. And he'd be quiet for a couple of minutes, and then he'd say, if you did ever have anything that you want to talk about, I'm definitely free to talk about it with you. Basically, I'm just trying to let you know that no matter what secrets you might hold, it's nothing that would turn us against you.
Roxy,
at least me. I can only speak for myself.
Roxy turns to him, and she puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "Thank you." She's like, with you and Tangle, at least, we've been together for like 40-something days now. She's like, and I just thought, even with Corral, he's been with us through most of this. I don't know, I just thought my actions would speak louder than some crazy man's words.
I have to say I'm a little disappointed. It would have given you some street cred that you desperately need. He says jokingly.
Am I there with you guys, or am I plan to? But I don't want to. If you're having a personal conversation,
go for it, man. That's fine. You could overhear. Yeah, it's a common area.
Tangle, are you there as well? Are you?
Tangle is standing at the bar.
Caven doesn't leave your side, Tangle.
Okay.
He's whispering sweet nothings into your ears, saying, "Let's go get a room."
Oh man, this guy's a go-winner. Whoa.
Let's take our drinks to a more private location.
We need to talk first. I'm sure you're winded and tired after a long day, sir.
Especially that run.
Caven,
I could use the vitality, if you know what I mean.
Why don't you get some sleep now? And
Tangle turns to him and says, "As much as I would enjoy your company, I am not and have never been raised to..." Whoa, what was that?
I think that was Kevin.
What'd I do?
Yeah, I thought I heard you breathing.
He farted really loudly.
Loud.
I exhaled. I wonder if that's what...
Yeah, because when that loud spike hit, your volume meter went like way up.
I think I exhaled. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Hold your
Stop
breath.
breathing, please. So when Tangle says, I really am not, and was never raised to be that sort of girl, so I will not spend the night with you, but I would be happy to meet you again in the morning. And I, I need to talk to my companions. I fear that there is trouble, but this day has been better than any day I can remember in recent memory, and well, and then she starts to like shuffle her feet and look kind of silly, and then she says, well, I think you're wonderful, and then she runs over to the table, and her face is beet red.
All right.
So her
And she
head's like a
sits down.
tomato. Her head's like a tomato with two little ears.
Yes, exactly, with the red hair sticking up all over. When Tangle gets embarrassed, her hair gets like extra spiky.
I mean, have you seen this guy?
Yeah.
Something's bones.
Yeah.
Check out that
I
bone
know.
structure, man. I mean, guy's got good genes. That's all I'm saying.
The dagger doesn't fit the sheath. I'm just saying.
That's a sword. That's a sword sheath. Notice his sword in his right hand.
Yeah, that's
Sword,
yeah.
man. Still enough to kill him.
So does he let her go? Does he say okay? What's he do?
Of course he does. He goes, well,
Okay.
he says, well, soon enough you'll come to me, I'm sure.
And Tangle
and
tries
gives you
to,
a kiss on the cheek.
Tangle goes and then she pulls, like, she tries to like straighten her clothes out and kind of pat her hair down, and then she walks over to the group and she sits down and she says, so Roxy, did you kill anybody? Is that true? Is it true?
I'm gonna roll an intimidate check for my death
Yeah.
glare.
Yeah.
Let's see. I actually have some ranks in here and an uber high charisma.
Actually, Caven did say that he was doubtful that you had a bounty on his head. Remember, because he said he was possibly mistaken about that. But he was sure that you had the look to kill him when he
Maybe
saw you.
briefly. Roxy isn't commenting on that.
So, but he did go back on what he said about the bounty thing. So
Some things you just can't take back once you say them. You know?
So
Especially when you're so convincing about it.
Okay, here's my intimidated check against Tangle.
oh,
Wow.
Roxy's eyes just seem to glow red when she's like,
nice.
she's like, I can't believe you. I just can't believe you, Tangle.
Well, and then Tangle actually, wow. Tangle, and then she takes a swallow, like she's just swallowing, and she's staring at Roxy, and it's as if she's remembering all of the things, like she's remembering the time that Roxy stood beside her and helped her fight those ghost dog things, and, you know, the time that Roxy got her, you know, said, you can put all your stuff on the tiger, and Tangle looks ashamed, and she says, okay, all right. I am sorry. I didn't. I only wanted him to get away. It's as if when I looked into his eyes, I felt as if a part of me had come home. I didn't mean to betray you all. I just didn't think he was guilty, and I didn't think it would do any harm to let him go. And, well, I don't know. If it had been any one of you saying, let me run, let me go, I would have done the same. It's almost as if I wasn't thinking. And have you smelled him? He smells like woods and fresh air and
nasty old ogrekin from torture.
And so I kind of...
But yes,
I
he
look
still
at her-
smells good, despite all that.
I look at her like a father looking down on his youngest daughter, and I say to her, how many times have I saved your life? Multiple, if I recall.
How old
How
are you,
many
Quadrille?
Me? I'm a young. I'm not even 30 yet, but I'm wise. My
Yeah.
years are good
Okay,
to me.
monk and all that. Okay, go.
Yeah,
continue.
exactly.
And
And
Maya-
so,
Go ahead.
and so I say, your loyalties are important to this party, and the way that you act is the way that we perceive you. That moment that you tried to misdirect me as I was chasing down what could be an enemy was one that it's going to be hard for me to forget. I do believe what you're saying now, because if I roll a sense motive, I'd fucking crush it right now. So let me just do it. Oh! Oh, that sucks. I'm a little too full of myself.
You don't know. You're actually unsure about everything at the moment.
Yeah, my wisdom hasn't prepared me for
You
this.
don't even believe what you're saying.
Oh well, I'll try and pull off the fatherly advice anyways.
Okay.
And then that's pretty much it though. That was it. It was just know that you've done some damage to your reputation with us, and it's gonna take some to earn back.
The issue at the end of the day is that we do need to figure this all out now, or we need to split and leave. That's really all there is to it. We're too deep in right now. We're far too involved in everything to be able to keep these types of secrets, to act spontaneously, to do these types of things. It will get us all killed. We need to know as a group, if we want to travel together, that we can trust each other. We are incredibly misfitted together. We're a joke. We're a comedic joke to anyone looking at this group of people. But we work. We function. We have overcome incredible deeds. We have done amazing things. We've already lost one of our party who was not willing to put their trust in it. If there's anything I know of groups traveling together, that is the key. We can't hold these secrets back. And so it does lead to two issues to deal with that we need to have answers to.
She is still but a girl. I'm just not to excuse
Yeah. There's a ghostly sneeze.
Not to excuse her behavior, but she is still just a young girl. And she's saved us enough times that if she honestly says that. If she honestly, yes, that's awesome. I honestly believe that if she says that she doesn't want to be disloyal to us, that from this point forward it was just a moment of maturity.
Think about it. Shango says, think about my situation. I did not think he was. If he had been an ogre or an evil overlord or someone that was obviously not the incredibly beautiful
You're
man that
burying
he is.
Yourself deeper here, lass.
Yeah, you're not helping.
No, I wish to finish. If he had been any of those things, I would not have done that. But it was to me obvious that he was not a true enemy. So I wanted to give him a chance to go back to the black. Is it Matt?
Arrows.
What is it?
Black arrows.
Black arrows. Thank you. To go back to the black arrows, and well.
The
So you
black
don't
arrows
trust us,
stand.
then?
Yeah,
You
the
don't
black
trust
arrows
us.
stand because we saved them. They're the only remaining 3 of them. What did he have to flee from? I
didn't know, but I trusted him because there have been times where I have had to flee as well too, because, well, I didn't know. I didn't think he was really bad. She kind of glosses over why she had to flee from things.
I just kind of pat her on the head. It's okay. You're not helping, but you're cute.
At the end of the day, here's also what we look at. Adventurers like us, companions, we don't do well with relationships while journeying. And the only way that it could even possibly work is if the party is mutually accepting. Now, granted, I understand once or twice I may have rubbed people the wrong way. But at the end of the day, there is a loyalty. There is a loyalty factor in it. Could you ever see Caven joining us with Roxy?
Yes, of course. I believe that all can work out, right? And then she looks really wide-eyed and around the table like, it'll work out, right? Right?
Roxy says. Actually, she really doesn't say anything.
And that's part
she's
of it.
just. Like you guys said, you can feel the heat radiating off of her, but she seems to be calming down by this point.
Are you going to tell us the backstory on this, Roxy, or is this?
Roxy says.
Wait, before you guys.
I'm just gonna. Roxy says. I don't. I guess Shalil was kind of off elsewhere. She's like. So Roxy's just like says 5. So she says. I don't understand why you guys would think that one ranger in the remote wilderness would know something like that, especially since I've never. Prior to coming here, Sandpoint was the furthest I've ever been away from my home in Magnamar. I mean, aside from all the times I have put my neck on the line for you guys, we've helped a lot of people. We've saved a lot of lives. I thought those actions would speak louder than his words, but
they certainly do, and that's. I mean, you weren't shackled, you weren't gagged. There was nothing in terms of that. We weren't. We're not looking at. There's clearly something going on here. We can all see it. We can all see that there's something going on here. It's what you're willing to tell, and to be honest with you, it's what we'll need to know before we can continue forward with really anything. We can't not put our full trust in each other when push comes to shove.
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, my life's pretty simple. I've lived in Magnamar most of my life. I've explored some Thessalonian ruins with my dad occasionally, and well, he wanted me to go look into something about a couple months ago now, and yes, I did end up fleeing Magnamar after a fight with my mom, but she's not dead.
She's only irreparably damaged, but
Roxy says, I'm working on that, okay?
I'm joking. Now's not the time.
Did you murder anyone?
Well, we've all certainly killed some people on that journey, but I've never killed somebody in cold blood, okay? It's always been, like foxgloves, ghouls, or, the skin saw cultists, or Zanisha, or Nualia's thugs. It's always been people like them.
So you're
Do you
guilty
know
of the same
specifically
crimes as us.
what Caven is talking about,
Yes,
or is
what
this
is he
just the
speaking about?
rantings of a
He wouldn't
madman?
make it up.
Is this the rantings of a madman, or do you know?
I believe so. I mean, I don't think I've done anything that would get me a bounty for murder.
Am I
says
starting
hotly,
to believe her, Matt?
Yeah, you believe her.
Tango says hotly, he's not.
For now.
He's not a liar. But I believe he might be confused. You may have confused with another person, but I believe. Oh,
So
I
you
don't
have
know
no
what I
idea
believe.
Who this man is. You have no idea.
We've never met.
You have no idea who this man is.
I've never been to this part of the country.
You're avoiding that question. You have
no
idea.
We have never met prior to today. I do not know who he is.
And as far as you can collect, this is the rantings of a madman.
Yes, he's making it all up.
And I tell Carol, you know that I'm generally good at reading people, and I truly do believe her.
I need to ask an out-of-character question. So just a little bit back before Roxy started, Tango was trying to say that she could be trusted because she would, if she had really felt Caven was a bad guy, she would have stopped him, but she didn't feel so. And you guys said that she's digging her hole deeper, and I just need to understand if that was because I wasn't portraying Tango well.
Oh,
in other words, or was it because
You're portraying Tangle just
in my head, you were saying every cute boy I will ditch for. I will ditch.
Yeah,
for
that's
every boy.
he was so beautiful looking and so magnificent looking.
That's
you
what I
have
heard.
to understand why I left him, and that's
And
where
I heard I will ditch your ass for every cute boy I see. That's what
I see.
But,
and that was not what Tango was saying. It's cool that you heard that, and I don't want you to change it. I'm just saying that Tango was trying to say,
sure,
I wouldn't do this unless I really felt he was honest, and a good guy, but also
didn't have such magnificent bone structure.
Magnificent bone structure and a
That
sword,
codpiece,
and a codpiece that doesn't quit. But also there's an out of well, I'll do it in character when Tango has a moment to speak because there's another reason why she did what she did.
Okay.
So,
Any more questions, Crawl?
Well, I mean, would you be willing to submit to some magical, divine natures of discerning the truth?
I tell Coral,
Of course.
Okay. I was gonna say that I think that's unnecessary, but
Well,
Tango says
she's gonna submit.
Tangle says, I think it's unnecessary too. We cannot go around testing each other and poking each other with magic pointy things. We need to believe in each other. I am telling you the truth. I believe Roxy's telling you the truth, and I believe that Caven is telling the truth, though I don't know how that is.
Mutually exclusive. I mean,
I understand
Yeah,
that,
sort of.
but sometimes the world is not easily understood. And then she just pouts. But she also says, there's one thing that is important for you guys to know, and that is,